I am so annoyed. I shan't swear, friends. Chelsea are eliminated from the FA Cup very, very early on from those muggy little ruddy seagulls. Brighton, deserved winners at home on the night, 2-1. Chelsea didn't even score a goal. Yeah, man, there is so much I want to talk about Chelsea being these passive observers almost in football matches, assuming the role of the placid, do-nothing footballers. We did look weak, actually, not just on the pitch and in performance terms, but also in available players. Oh my word, I've got so much to talk about in Nkunku. Guys, watching, when was it, a few days ago, Alexander Isak play as a striker against a formidable centre-back partnership in Gabriel and Saliba, and absolutely stuck it up him. They were soiling themselves. That centre-forward performance, chef's kiss, magisterial. Compare that to what I saw from the likes of Nkunku today, a guy who has no sort of good interpretation of space in terms of hold-up play, who can't hold the ball, who can't do anything to centre-backs really, who wants to be cloak and dagger. And as much as I think appropriately and rightly praised Enzo Maresca for how he changed the game in the London derby against West Ham to come back from behind to win 3-1. That was very impressive. I'm very, very frustrated with him today. Granted, there was nothing on the bench, but you still got to do better with the players that are available. And yeah, it sucked balls. There are people who perhaps, if you said to them, look, we're playing Brighton soon away consecutively in the Prem and in the Cup, which game would you prefer? Some would say the Cup, some would say the Prem, but almost all of them would say both. You want to beat both. We're going to talk about it today, guys. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. Support that thing if you want to. I don't care anymore. Look, before I get into this, man, there is a great football podcast called The Football Ramble. Many of you who watch this will know it. When Arsenal were bad, one of the hosts, Jim Campbell, who was a gooner, he analysed Arsenal in this way where they were going through this phase, yeah, and he said Arsenal are currently a team that just sort of let football happen to them, and that could not be a better description of Chelsea at our worst a lot of the time. And what I mean, and what he meant, and what I mean from Chelsea at this point, is they assume the role as this sort of, again, inexperienced youth or whatever. But more importantly, they just assume the role of, they're not going to be like a shit show. Damn, I swore. I did so well. I was so like, I was like, just don't swear, do your thing, don't swear. They're not like a sugar show like Man United can be when there's just nothing in midfield and they get moonwalked through and there's no structure and there's just chaos and disaster. You know, Man United can look like that sometimes. It's not like that or that bad, but it's this kind of, it's not even apathy. It's just this sort of clueless, like, almost like unintentional resignation to like, oh, okay, we've assumed our roles to these kind of footballers that just can't really, you know, I always describe it as like breaking through the narrative, like seeing the Matrix, like, oh, I'm going to pierce the story and create a different version of the multiverse where we don't just see this game out 2-1 to Brighton, you know, and whether that's the manager doing something crazy like, right, I'm a tactical genius, you're going to friggin' pass to him and pass there, they'll never see it coming. Or if it's just the players doing something different. But Chelsea as a whole, as a club, as a football team, just sort of assume the role of, right, that's it. This is what's happening. And like, I didn't watch that thinking, oh, go on. We just, meh. And yes, Brighton, of course, they did get touched up 7-0 last time out, but they did some suicidal tactics, yeah. They had like 7 attackers and just Hinshelwood in midfield, something insane. They had like strikers playing in midfield and it just didn't work. He basically threw a wild card at them and got punished for it. The young manager, what's his face, Hertzler. Look, check out SofaScore. Attacking momentum on the left-hand side here. Quite a lot of Chelsea, the away team. Don't really mean much. Just had the ball. We've got... Man, let's have a look then, shall we? Gusto, wow, with the stinkiest review ranking. Rob Sanchez returns in goal, which is definitive evidence that he is now our second choice goalkeeper because this is the cup. I think I might have said Reece James, possibly, but I think I nailed the lineup. Oh no, I said Dewsbury Hall instead of Palmer. But this is why I think I got pretty darn close. I got the back four. Maybe I said Reece James, but I certainly said Trevo will move over to left centre back. Tosa will play right centre back, and Cucurella. I called that. I said Caicedo. I did think maybe we'd see, if it was going well, we might have seen what's his face, Matisse Amugu. There. This is the bench. Look how freaking weak this bench is. Like good young players. Josh Champon, great. Aaron Anselmino, interesting that he's being utilised. Samuel Smith on the bench. But really, we brought on the three players the only three players that can affect a game, yeah, is Enzo Fernandez, who's a number 8. Noni Madueke, who's in and out of form as a winger. He's not really prolific, yeah. And Tyreek George, who's an exciting young teenager who's yet to score a goal for Chelsea. These are your available players. Mark Hughes got a long-term injury. I guess Nico Jackson's got an injury, or we just didn't travel for this because we're going to save him for the weekend, maybe. I don't know. And Joao Felix is out scoring for Milan. Yeah, that looks good on us, doesn't it? Caicedo, Dewsbury Hall, unsurprisingly. Sancho, Neto, ineffective wingers. Both of them low ratings. I think that's largely down to system failure. Cole Palmer behind Nkunku. We are going to talk about all these, man. Don't you worry. Tariq Lamptey. I know it's given man of the match to Jorginho Rissa because he got a goal and an assist, but Chelsea Academy right back playing out of position at left back, absolutely locking down both Pedro Neto and Noni Madueke. Tiny little Tariq Lamptey, bless him, who's a right back. Comes from Chelsea, of course. I think he played a little bit under Frank Lampard. Embarrassing us. Ole Inez doing bits. Whatever, this is not a video about saying we should have kept these players because I just don't know that. But yeah, 4-2-3-1 starting formation from Brighton. They did a flat back 5 when they were protecting the lead at the end. But they've gone from playing the most insane, dumb thing with like, hold on 1 second. Okay, so this was the lineup when they got touched up, yeah? Striker, attacking winger, and then one midfielder. Why couldn't they do that for us? Huh? But against Chelsea, they played a double pivot with Balibo, who's like a proper CDM, and then, an actual structured 4-2-3-1. Do you know what I mean? So a proper thing here. What went down then? First half, should we look at some stats? We had more of the ball, yet they had one. I'm going to get the stats the right way around this time, fellas and gals. They had one big chance towards 0. We did have 3 shots to their 1. The only way we got a goal was because Verbruggen chucked it in for us rather accommodatingly. Second half, again, more possession, but no big chances created in this game. We did not deserve anything from this game. 4 shots. Of course, what went down early Cole Palmer. I think it wasn't a shot from Palmer. I think he was trying to put it across into the corridor of uncertainty, as it were. Verbruggen sort of decided to have a little weird moment and then sort of OG'd it. But minutes after, they scored a goal. Jorginho Rutter just basically ghosting between both of the centre-backs, Chalobah and Tosin Adarabioyo. But it was like a great goal, firstly, from... it was a great header, but it was poor marking, and it wasn't looking... To be honest, it wasn't great on Trev as well. It's poor marking, he just ghosted in, headed it in. And we'll talk about Rob Sanchez and player performances and all this kind of stuff in a bit. Dewsbury all got booked. Second half, I was like, right, we got to sort our lives out in the second half. But no, they scored a great goal. Karamatoma did great work. And then they just saw it out. And again, we made the only changes we could. Enzo Fernandez, Tariq George, Noni Madueke. I'm just going to say, I think we win this game. Yeah, I think we win this game if we start Reece James, if he's available. And if everyone's available and fit, yeah. Start Reece James, we start Enzo Fernandez, and we start Nico Jackson. Those 3 players start this game. I think we beat Brighton. I know it's if, buts, and maybes, and it's a cup game, but you get a whole friggin' week rest. And of course, I'm not having a go at the gaffer in case he couldn't. In case there's doctors saying they can't and whatever. Do you know what I mean? So, but I'm just trying to say theoretically, I think we do win this game with those players. Should we talk about these players then? Shall we? Firstly, Cole Palmer's got to be thinking, bun this soon, bro, isn't he? Look, Rob Sanchez, I'm not going to blame him on either of the goals, but he does look like he's absolutely cacking himself, man. Like, with passes, I know he was getting the treatment from the Brighton fans. I tell you what, Verbruggen did him a big friggin' favour for chucking one in the 5th minute in terms of taking the heat off him. But yeah, I mean, I'm not blaming Rob Sanchez for this result at all, but you can see he's just not a confident goalkeeper at all. And my giddy aunt looking forward to seeing Jorgensen back in net for the next trip to their gaff next weekend, or whenever it is. I think it's the weekend. Kukurea, both centre-backs were poor, I think, largely. Trev's a good player. I think Trev plays better on this side. So whenever he gets pushed out to this left flank, he's a little bit worse. I would be interested to see, because Badiashile was playing better before he got injured, if he'll get back in the team. Possibly over Levi for a bit, or Levi just needs a bit of time to chill. Gusto, I like Gusto as a player. I mean, he was inverting a bit, but not that much. But he, my word, this is bad. 1 out of 10 ground duels. He just didn't want it at all, mate. Where's lost possession 21 times from right back. This is a disaster class from Gusto. My word. Oh, la 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 la. No crosses, 1 long ball completed, 3 dribbles attempted, 0 completed. Bad. I like him as a player, but my word, we need to get him playing as just a normal right back again. And also, damn, don't have a game like that. Dewsbury Hall, at the very beginning of the game, I actually thought, okay, maybe he's going to play that role all right and, do whatever. But no, he's just not good. He's not good for us. Enzo Fernandez should have started. As you can see, he had a good cameo. Fernandez, let's have a look. 2 out of 2 ground duels won. There you go. 100%. Only lost possession 4 times. 2 out of 3 long balls. 100% crosses. Made a key pass. And basically came on and was good. It was great, in fact. The leadership, put the captain's armband on. I know it's hindsight's 2020, but my word, it is like we should have just started with Enzo Fernandez. Caicedo, a little bit too heated in the moment, but also very good. 93 passing. Oh, can you not see that? Yeah, so 93 passing success, which is good. 6 out of 9 long balls, totally acceptable. Ground duels 1. There you go. 11 out of 14. Not 1 out of 10 for Gusto. Yeah, good, fine, good performance from Caicedo, our highest ranked performer here. I just think he was a little bit hot-headed at times, in not the helpful way. Cole Palmer was good. Not only did he force the goal, he also made a couple of good passes. And guys, we need to talk about how frustrated he looked. Firstly, let's talk about. I'm going to end on Nkunku. Neto, Sancho. I like them both as players. Both crap here. But firstly, Neto had to somehow deal with Tariq Lamptey going Super Saiyan mode just to embarrass us. Noni got absolutely no change out of him either. And Sancho probably should have done better against Veltman. But poor game. And I wonder if it was just tactically set up. They couldn't. I mean, they're 1v1 players. So they should just do better. Bad from them. Palmer, I think, played well. He had a couple of scuffed moments. He lost the ball deep in our half, but he is liable to do that. But that's totally fine with the type of player he is. Nkunku. So Palmer, there was a couple of occasions I picked up when Cole Palmer just made this through ball and Nkunku didn't run and sort of panicked and didn't know what to do. I am not inclined to do a hit piece on what is a very good player, yeah, in Christopher Nkunku. He's a very, very good footballer, played in a certain team and certainly in Germany, playing in transitional football, playing in a half space off a striker on the left channel. Again, yeah, transitional space, amazing finisher. And to be honest, even in the Prem, in the right system, in the right whatever, maybe not a game like this, but to play him as a centre forward, as a striker, and again, I get it. Jackson wasn't here. There might be a reason for that. We've got an injury to Q. Even though Maresca's like, yeah, he's not a striker. I get why he's playing him there, because he's a finisher. He can finish chances. But he gets nowhere near freaking chances. Like, nowhere near. And he just doesn't do anything right in this game. He was given a 6.6 here, but I think he was an absolute... This is my personal opinion on the eye test, and feel free to disagree with me and comment. I thought he was a disaster. I mean, he got 100% passing. So, 100% passing, but it's only 29 passes. He did make a key pass. He won one ground duel. Won 2 aerial duels. But, like, look at this touch map. As a centre forward, like, he's got 1 touch in the box. Again, it's not a hit piece on what is a very technically gifted player. Like, it doesn't surprise me at all he completed 100% of his passes. But I don't want him to be, like, dropping into midfield and passing it to the centre-backs. Again, to use the Chelsea are... calm down. Chelsea are a big team. We're a proper big boy club. We should be, yeah. We should have a serious striker, a guy who can stick it up defenders and freak him out. Do you know what I mean? And like proper like, oh, what's he doing? Where is he? You know, like I always just say, you know, like defenders, yeah, they would be like, oh, I've got to play Chelsea tomorrow. I've got to come up against Diego Costa. You know, like they're not doing that. I like Jackson. They're not doing that about Jackson. They might be like, oh, I got to watch where he's going and stuff like that. But you know, if someone's saying Nkunku's playing striker tomorrow and you're a centre back, you are sleeping soundly, my friends. Is what it is. We need to buy a striker. We'll definitely buy one in the summer. 100%. Maybe they promote Shim. He wasn't even in the squad. Maybe towards the next end of the season. But yeah, this is a deserved win by Brighton. They didn't need to be great. Chelsea let the game happen to them. I've learnt nothing. Cole Palmer's still quite good. Caicedo's still quite good. The wingers are letting me down progressively more. Rob Sanchez looks terrified on the ball, but it's okay. He didn't do any howlers. And Nkunku just absolutely isn't the striker and does not affect the game in any way a centre forward can at all. What do you think? Comment down below. I'm laughing because it's just, I despair, man. Do you know what I mean? Thanks for liking and subscribing, and I'll hopefully see you back here soon. Peace. Peace.